Hey guys, it's the Tin Man here. I want us really to look deeply into a good theory we're working on and evidence and see what we can come up with. So just hold on. Hey guys, so here we are at a good little spot to check for stuff. Look at that, we can see where somebody climbing back up did a little bit of a scuffer with a foot. That means the foot would have scuffed here somewhere and tore that down like that. It's not like the scuff happened down here, just to kind of give you the idea of understanding there, just in case you're not familiar with outside doorsiness. So I see something here. Something's been there. Something's been here. That almost resembles a horse hoof. Something's been here. It's probably been like that for a while. Where it's not really giving off any indication what it could be from. But I mean, it is exactly the shape of what we can do with our shoes or with our toes, but just with no toe imprint sort of thing. So you see a number of platforms of walking here. Hope you see it. I'll try to clue into the filming a little bit better for you now. I'm seeing a really good one right here. Right here. So like from here to here, that's 8 inches. See, ones like this, I always kind of like. When you see immediately a rock sitting there like that, and it didn't, like, did it come from that spot and somehow jumped out there? Like, what spot did it come from? And it wasn't in such a force to roll all the way down. Do you follow me? That one that's balancing there, could it have been balancing there the whole time? You look at the dirtiness of it, maybe the wetness of it, and you kind of wonder, you bring in those thoughts and you think, how could it not be sitting there the whole time? There's spider web there, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So they're artists. They take time, they do it methodically and patiently. Is every bit of this mess due to with them? No. I'm telling you that they have their part in it. It's not like they necessarily grew all these here. It's not like they were walking by and they maybe seen a bear up here digging in this corner. They scared the bear away and they've done the rest of it. The bank should generally look like what we're seeing right here, and then continuing on. That's what the bank should be looking like. If you see what we see down here is we see the slough off of all the leaves and such. When it used to look like that, all that slough off came down, and now they're going through the dirt levels of it that end up either on the slough off of the leaves or not. So, another thing what I wanted to do then is I wanted to just do a little test of raking at this. So I might as well do it at my spot of climbing out. And you never know, some kids have maybe been in here, and a kid could have done that when he was climbing out. Doesn't say there's not any kids in the neighborhood, or, you know, get a little peek of that house, or live right there. Oh, so look at that aggregate right there. That's a aggregate not fully formed. It's, you know, it can break down. So that's interesting, because that's probably been being broken down. Maybe not. But anyway, so look at that. We can see what it would take, because I'm hitting it and hurting my knuckles. And get all this, where bugs just live. Shouldn't be really pulling that off, but and then you get stuff like this. Okay, it's giving us an idea, and I'm hitting it a little bit harder now. Look at that. And that way way down to a spot like that. Yeah, it's not easy to, and then look at the chunks. Look at the size. Okay, there's a good one. So if so much of it ends up actually coming down in a larger size, where does that end up? Because then I've said this before, they do take materials and utilize them. So I'm saying right now in here, I'm looking at that overhang distance of right here. I'm looking at that concave and everything from here. Oops, from here alone, not even counting right there. From here alone going back, that's a foot, and then a foot diagonal. So that's over a 12 by 12. That's almost like I'd make it almost like 20 by 12 or something like that. It needs to be increased anyways. Amount of soil in that section, and you can imagine it's pretty close to the same throughout, say 12 by 12 then. And we don't see that accumulation of the soil here. Like I said, it's not on top of all of this what they pulled out. So this is where they're taking material away and they're using it for some other thing. Unless humans come in here and he's excavated it out of here by hand and is using it somewhere, which I highly, highly doubt. If we were to come over to this side and just pick a easy spot, woohoo, like that, and then we did our own excavation on here. Would this bank be growing different than the other side bank? It's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there, man, to peel that away to get down to a bit of a layer of dirt. There's a hole right there too. So, yeah, I mean, my fingers, we're feeling raw from that bit of digging. They're not going to like it too long. And I do a peek on the tree. And you see stuff, right? It almost looks like a start. The typical start indentation that they do, and then they did a little wiggle, and that would have been the outcome, the out hole. There we go. A couple of older ones from earlier last season. It's just the stuff we like to get for confirmation, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful spot. Great video. Great evidence. Look at that rock sitting there like that. So peace out from the Tin Man. Quick little shot here. I think everything's going well in life. Better weather's coming. I'm going to be able to get more stuff to you guys. Hopefully you guys will be happy with what I'm getting out, and I can't look at things on TV all the time and such, guys, so I don't know if what things are looking like all the time. So I just leave it up to you. In many cases, I make a video, I can't see much on my little screen, and I just send it to you. Peace out from the Tin Man. Take care.